Terence covered very well all the physiology about the crop load effect on biennality. So I'm just focused probably on the two things that he didn't mention. And I'm reporting some study that we did in Washington about the crop load effect on fruit quality. And this is a kind of trial that we did is at the beginning of my time in Washington, because I was very intrigued about Honeycrisp like anybody else. And we did a crop load trial. We imposed different number of fruit. This, if you can see here, we were ranging from 5 fruit per square centimeter up to 16 fruit to square centimeter. And this variety is unique also for these things, because the crop load is really affecting a lot the eating experience of this apple, and the color formation also. So of course, so we need to find out a compromise between the yield and the quality that we want, and of course the fruit weight, because if you produce so large fruit in Honeycrisp, you end up with in our condition with a lot of bitterness. And this trial was done just to prove a point about the quality. So if you look at the picture below, those fruit has been picked at the same time to understand the difference. And when you have 5 fruit per square centimeter, you see a wonderful over color. And when you go up, the color never show up. And those fruit will be different forever. So, and I really like the picture that Bruce showed in the orchard when he was mentioning during the IFTA this winter that this tree has been thinned to the normal crop load because it got a very high level of fruit from the beginning. So this is the result that you can have it if you start with the wrong number of unit on your tree, because the one that have already a low amount of fruit or a less amount of fruit, so of course they have a much better development of over color, and they change also the level of maturity. Because if you look here where there is the first red arrow, you see that when you got 5 fruit, the value of the DA index that is a kind of infrared technology that is reading the amount of chlorophyll in the flesh, 1 millimeter below the skin, is lower compared the value that you got when you got 16. So it means that the fruit, lower is the value, more ripe are the fruit. So and it's clearly this point. So if you, in many cases, there's been other work that postulate that if you go below 0.6 and you put your fruit in storage, you will have a lot of issue. At the same time, if you store your fruit when they are not ripe, you will have an issue too. So a kind of good window for the DA index, that can be 0.5, 0.7. So and you can see that it's quite impressive how the crop load is affecting, in this case, the maturity. And this is a different representation of the distribution of the fruit. So the one that is blue here, you can see that are the one that have more unit per tree, but they are the one that are less ripe. And here you see that there is the distribution of the fruit with low level of crop load. And but more important, this brings us to the accumulation of dry matter in the fruit, because this is a very important parameter for a good eating experience of our consumers. So if you look here, so you can have 3 bricks of difference between the higher and lower crop load. So in the minimum difference that the consumer can perceive is 1 bricks. So it means that if you are eating an apple with such level of 14 or 15, of course, is not like this one. And in the future, probably we need to target a lot of this kind of things. And if you manage right your crop load, then you improve for sure the quality of your fruit. And also, if you do multiple peak, sometimes they don't work so well, because when the fruit are in any case really they last longer over the tree, so they never increase so much the level of dry matter. So they just become mature, but you are not increasing a lot the dry matter. And this is what happened to the number of cluster the following year. So when we got the low level of crop load, we got the 300 cluster that Terence was mentioning. And if you don't do a good thinning here, you definitely you are in trouble. But if you look here, you can play a little bit around, and you can have a good target of cluster, because it's very responsive to gibberella in this variety. And I think that is a very good point to investigate, and a good point for discussion. But if you go higher, you see that dramatically the number of flower buds are reduced. So and this is really the point of overcropping your tree. You are doing two things. You are putting your orchard out of balance very quickly, and then is very difficult to recover this balance. And then you jeopardize the quality of your product. So the other things that we did was part of the root to fruit, was a kind of analysis of crop load on fruit size distribution on different rootstocks, and of course you see that this is just a general picture of different years of the project and how the rootstock behave. So more in detail. So what you can see here is that not all the rootstock behave the same. So what I mean with that, let's say Budagoski 9, that is a kind of dwarfing rootstock, and normally it is a rootstock that can also minimize some issue of bitter bit in some case. If you look here, when you move from 3 to 5 to 7, the average weight of the fruit is dramatically reduced after you go over 5 fruit per square centimeter. But there are other rootstocks like G41 that have other characteristics, like higher uptake of potassium and something like that, that have a very large fruit. And also when you go over 7 fruit per square centimeter, you still have a better fruit size compared bud 9. So the point is find the balance to minimize the size and the effect of bitter bit in this case here. And then you got M9 that is also doing the same kind of distribution, but is unique these things of Budagoski 9. So is up to 5 is able to produce a large fruit in any case, but then the level of the fruit dropped quite dramatically. And dry matter again is function of crop load, but not all the rootstock behave the same. Can you see that here again, Budagoski 9 with the low level of crop is going really up with the dry matter 16.9, and with 5 is 14.9. Is losing 1 bricks every 1% every level of crop load in this case here. And again, the effect of crop load on maturity with the DA index, and you see again that is confirmed. So higher value means less ripe fruit when you go 7, and then the level is coming down. And of course, also dry matter is across all the rootstock that we were testing. And also the mineral uptake is different. So this is just an example. So this is an increasing level of crop load, Budagoski 9, the blue bar, the blue line, and you see that is going down the level of potassium, and at the same time is stable the level of here of potassium in the red, that is G41. And look at what happened in the calcium. So when you increase, of course, the the number of fruit, the fruit gets smaller, and you have an increase of concentration of calcium. And this is probably how the balance between the element play with the size of the fruit. In this case is a concentration effect due to the small size of the smaller size of the fruit. And then you got other things that are very interesting, like the zinc, so that is dropping very quickly when you're increasing the crop load level. And when you look at the ratio between potassium and calcium, of course, you got this ratio is going down. And if you look here, we got no bitter bit when we got a ratio that is around 23. So if you go higher than that, then all the fruit start to show bitter bit issue. So and with that, I just conclude pointing out that we also saw that not all the rootstock are the same in respect to the I don't want to anticipate nothing for the next meeting, but I'm not sure that we will have an option to see the things next time. But there are rootstock that are less prone to show bitter bit, like 969 is really low in the percentage of bitter bit too. So it is a kind of other way to play around to mitigate the effect of the bitter bit related also to the fruit size. And with that, I hope that we can have probably we cover everything we need to cover, and I'm going to stop to share, and we can have a discussion about anything that people feel is important.